Hello, I'm Gordon Raphael, everyone's favorite producer. I'm saying hello to you here from the north of England. I'm mostly known for making the first two Strokes albums and a great Regina Spektor album called Soviet Kitsch. But now I got called to ask to be working with Dkukas out of Brazil. Now, I've been to Brazil about 3 times. I go to Argentina quite frequently, but I really enjoyed the music of Dkukas, and I hope that everybody likes the way it turned out. I'm very happy to be part of the project. Well, the first thing I always start with is the drums. So I get the kick drum and have to make the kick drum have a lot of pop on the top and a lot of punch on the low end, so it really blows your mind and you can dance to it. Then I add the snare, the hi-hat, the toms, the cymbals, the room mic, and the wormhole. Of course, then the next step is the bass. And with Dkukas, they gave me a very nice bass recording. Had a little bit of distortion on it, a lot of low end, and a direct signal that I could get bright, shiny sounds. And then there were either 1, 2, or 3 guitar parts usually on the songs. The third part would be a shiny, sparkly, melodic guitar part that would come in on the choruses and really add a third dimension. I really liked the guitar playing on this bunch of songs I did. I think I did 5 songs in total. And the Dkukas sound is also accentuated by this great keyboard playing. There's a couple important synthesizer sounds that come in to spice up things and bring it to a higher level. And then after the keyboards, bass, drums, guitars, we've got the singing, which is lead vocal, sometimes a double, sometimes a distortion or a delay, and then the great backing vocals, which really bring the harmony and the mood of the song to a high level. And then there's one more thing I can't forget to say, and that is, I think there's laughing on at least 2 of the songs. Now, I haven't mixed a good laughing into a vocal in a long time, and that was really fun because the laughing part was disturbing and kind of funny and a great way to add originality to the song and the mix, I think. Thanks for listening. Gordon Raphael over here in the north of England, having just mixed a bunch of songs for Dkukas. Cheers, adios, see you later, sweet dreams. This band from Brazil, Dkukas, they contacted me and they said, could you mix some songs? And I thought, wow, I don't get to mix too many songs from bands from Brazil. Maybe I've worked with 4 or 5 bands from Brazil, but that's not a lot. So I was really excited to see what kind of music this was going to be. And as soon as I played the very first song, I was super surprised because it was so cool. It sounded like rock music and it sounded like something I was familiar with, and I really knew how to mix this, except it had a spirit, a Brazilian feeling in the singing. Of course, it was in Portuguese, so I didn't understand all the words, but I still could just tell what it needed, and I wanted to give every little track a lot of attention because I thought it was well recorded. So if I was going to mix it, I didn't know if they were going to like my style of mixing, but I tried really hard to do a good job for them. the singing was outstanding. There's two different singers as far as I could tell, maybe more backing vocalists, I don't know. But both singers had a lot of personality and great tone and great control. And I really liked what I heard. So that was really fun, concentrating on the vocals. There was an interesting wormhole track on all the songs, which made the drums sound like they were going into some kind of time dimension, going far away and back in time. And that was really fun to work with as well. I really liked the songs I heard, and I'm excited that we could maybe go to the Grammys when this record comes out.